So aloha, kia ora, talofa, good day, mate, buenos dias. My name's Andy Collins. I'm the education coordinator for Papahanaumokuakea, the National Monument, and I've been working for NOAA and Papahanaumokuakea for over 20 years now, and have had the privilege to be a part of its development, education, and genealogy. Now, Papahanaumokuakea is, as many of you know, the remotest part of the most isolated island archipelago on Earth, the Hawaiian archipelago. So we're several thousand miles from any continental landmass and far removed from most population centers. So this isolation has been both a blessing in terms of protection from human impacts and also a major challenge in terms of connecting people to this place and getting them to care. So we're a large site and one of the largest protected areas on Earth. We cover 1.5 million square kilometers or 582,000 square miles. No one lives in this vast marine wilderness, and those that do work there only as visitors. It's home to 14 million seabirds and several thousand marine species, many found nowhere else on Earth. We're a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a sacred site to Native Hawaiians, a place where spirits return after death and where Hawaiian chiefs would travel to construct ceremonial sites and enhance their mana or ruling power. It is a place of deities. And today it is a guiding light in the expansion of large-scale marine protection, forging a path through an uncertain future. As many of you here are aware, we have a great challenge in connecting terrestrial-minded species to marine concerns. Certainly Hawaiians and oceanic people the world over understand the importance of the ocean, but for many it's an afterthought. And the beautiful, pristine surface is all they see. And often from that perspective, everything looks spectacular. But those gathered here today know this is far from the truth. Through our education and outreach programs, we attempt to delve deeper into the complexity of our watery world. And where we can, show people firsthand what's going on and why they should care. And when we cannot, we connect them virtually through teaching, outreach programs, Google Earth, Street View, virtual reality experiences, and storytelling. However, I cannot stress enough the importance, despite the cost and complexity, of facilitating access for community change leaders to your sites. These are your advocates and your army, and have demonstrated time and time again their value as we experience their value as with the community-driven campaign, as we experienced with the community-driven campaign to expand Papahanaumokuakea in 2016. Many of the leaders of this effort were people that we have facilitated access to the monument for. And certainly teachers, such as you see in this picture here, we facilitated several teacher expeditions to the monument, help to connect with our next generation of leaders. We also produce curriculum and conduct structured classes for school groups. While outreach, media, and social media address your short-term awareness and engagement needs, for the long term, we need an ocean literate public. And this is only achieved through formal and informal education, like we do through these kinds of larger scale education curricula that we develop. But last but not least, it's critical to have inspiring imagery for your site. This is the best way to connect and inspire a broad audience and should include the whole range of art, photography, videography, facilitating the production of movies, which is one of the biggest ways that people connect to nature these days. Music, like this song you see, one of the artists in Hawaii produced this really fun and cool song about Papahanaumokuakea that's really catchy. Painting, hula, keep your mind open and diverse, but definitely focus on imagery to build up passion for your site. It's my firm opinion that Papahanaumokuakea would not be where we are today without all the amazing imagery we have helped to collect over the years. It builds our brand and provides a main line to the heart. And speaking of the heart, I'd like to leave you with this thought. We often struggle with trying to have all the best information before making decisions, gather all the science and the best research to back our management and designation action. But the truth, especially with marine conservation, is that it's not all there and it's not all conclusive. And if this pandemic has taught us one thing, my thing just jumped there. And if this pandemic has taught us one thing, is that you can have the best science in the world and still not convince enough people to save themselves. At least that's one of my takeaways. So I say that collect as much data and research as you can and then go for the heart. It's harder to argue against the desire to have coral reefs left for our children or large fish left to see. Gather all the evidence you can and then build a compelling story and emotion-driven campaign. The designation of the monument of Papahanaumokuakea was not completed due solely to science, but through connection to place, story, and emotion. So thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today, and I look forward to any questions.